Greetings, everybody. This is Joanna from Heavenly Radiance, Universal Love Light, and Joanna's multidimensional Ascension Wisdoms and Healings Systems. And thank you so much for tuning in. Today is the full moon in Capricorn, also known as the honeymoon, and we just posted a video about the full moon energies and how they allow us to move deeper within our cycles. Every person is unique within their own cycles, within the celestial, universal, galactic, planetary experience, as well as their own soul's experience. And it's really important to tune into your cycles through your daily self-care, whether you're moving through an integration period, a healing period, an expansive period. It's really key, if you so desire, to truly expand within those cycles. And that presence that we talked about this morning in our video allows you to do that. That presence also allows you to, that I've been awakening to, is that presence also allows us to tap into the inner strength and standing within our empowerment that all that we are is source. We are a sphere of dynamic, multidimensional vibrational systems, systems of intelligence, systems of wisdoms, systems of sending and receiving information that activates simultaneously in and of itself and each other, the fields, information within the fields that are downloaded and deposited, as well as the DNA. And daily self-care allows us to maintain and sustain the vibrations of our ever-shifting multidimensional bodies so that we maintain the highest level of light quotient within the cells. And that, therefore, goes in hand of health and wellness on every level. The imbalances that we experience on a mental level, a physical level, and an emotional level, when we create and experience those imbalances, they can feel detrimental and harming in the physical body in and of itself. The body goes through regeneration periods, but if we're not maintaining and sustaining that daily self-care, then the organs and the systems of our bodies become heavier and heavier and greater out of balance. And so part of our awakening is to also deeply reflect and deeply enrich ourselves, which is what I've been moving into exploring more richly, is all that we exist within, what exists within us, and who we truly are as dynamic vessels of essence, of soul essence that lives from our vessel of light. And in this, allowing us to experience and co-create in new ways. The inner is the outer. And so we talked about this morning a little bit about soulmate and karmic relationships. And there is a lot of dissonance and misunderstandings, and that's okay, within the awakening field about the karmic relationship and the soulmate relationship. And that's entirely fine, because there's meant to be, infinite number of explanations and theories and resonances and vibrations, because everybody's at a different level and frequency. But we wanted, because on this channel, our priority and our intention is oneness and wholeness. And our intention when we come forward and express and explain certain perspectives, from what I'm given from the councils and from the multidimensional beings and from a collective perspective, is to put forward a collective perspective generically and generally, so that as many people as possible can attune to their own personal experiences and why I've gone through what I have, so that I can come forward and give a general portrayal of human conditioning and human experience, so that those can then understand and also reflect in their own lives how to transcend certain conditionings and certain limitations and fear programs. And so we wanted to place this caveat in anything that we communicate, because they're only, again, the words that we have, and oftentimes the vibrational definitions that we have within our perhaps world that we're shifting from into what we're shifting to does not definitively express in gratitude and appreciation all that we move through as a soul. And this is what we wanted to tap into today, and really from here on out. As we move through words and vibrations, there is no quantitative or qualitative experience or expression or intention on any of the stories or expressions, because we require absolutely all aspects of our human experience to allow ourselves to propel and traject ourselves into something new. It's absolutely all one. It's absolutely all required. It's absolutely all that is. And so there's no quantitative or qualitative value on what we experience as a karmic relationship that allows us to go within and seek our truer value of who we are, just as our collective is going through now. As a collective, we are now going through releasing karmic energies of what didn't work, releasing karmic densities and limitations of what didn't work, what kept us in limitation and fear, because fear then attracts greater fear and attracts greater worry, which then depletes the system and immune system, which then attracts exactly the vibration that fear attracts. And so we're realizing and understanding that consciousness is the all. So how can we thread consciousness into the new all that we are? And this consciousness, infinite, eternal law of one, the all that we are is the universe as source creator. How can we then begin living like this so that all of our human experience can be had from a higher potentiation, and allowing us to absolutely honor, appreciate, and value, as we have always offered in our offerings, that as we do so, we allow those systems to be transmuted and brought to the highest light potentiation, regardless of whether it's a socioeconomic system that we're understanding the energy, because that's all these words do, is they allow us to understand the experience and the energy. And so allowing us to understand the energy that needs to be transmuted and our perspective that we hold within that allows us to see it in that way and receive it in that way and experience it in that way. Because it's, again, a vibrational experience within your field that allows you to perceive it, because it all begins with your consciousness and vibration first. Awakening just allows you to be aware of that so that you can consciously choose to live from this center space and begin co-creating in a way that really truly excites you. And so our observation of karmic energies allow us to absolutely return to the center and become that pressing out and that more of all that we've always been, that purity of source essence. And so our offering this morning was an appreciation of all that we all move through. And I've been the first one to say that, because I've been through so much, and everything has brought me to this new evaluation. And we say evaluation in the most expansive, expressive way that one can do that, because we must evaluate what we've all gone through in this life review process as often as we can to truly appreciate and garner all that we are and how strong we are and how vast we are as a being of light that moves through certain limiting conditions and patterning to truly expand and express and explore ourselves as the purity of who we are as source. And that's the sovereignty that we are garnering. And it takes courage, and it takes honoring, and it takes owning, and it takes blessing, and it takes appreciation to continue to build that self-love and that self-knowing and that self-appreciation and that self-courage and that self-direction, all of those things that is sovereignty, so that you're able to center and choose your highest experience of life experience as source, as opposed to taking on the conditions and the beliefs of others, whether it be a lineage, whether it be dogma, whether it be socioeconomic, whether it be familial, doesn't matter where it's from, so that you can choose from your highest place and be the most expansive source being that you are. And why it's so pivotal right now with this beautiful full moon energy, that we see it from a collective perspective on how everything that we've gone through as a karmic collective, if you will, and we say karmic now with the vibration of sensing the new vibration of what we discussed as karmic, is we're offering this new vibration for karmic to be appreciative and honoring, so that we don't see it as a limitation, and we don't see it as a negative projection, and we don't see it as a block or a hurdle, which oftentimes is in the collective experience, because it's just that those are the vibrations that people have known it of. And it's not, when you perceive it and choose to experience it in an honoring and appreciative way, so that you see it from that other side of the window, you're valuing yourself and opening that portal of energy that allows you to expand and explore and be that soul that you've always been. Because we also understand that in spirit, in our higher consciousness states, in our dream time, everything that we've defined as separate or karmic, if you will, we're all working together on the highest soul levels to offer each other what we need at the highest soul experience. So there is no separation. Even in, it doesn't matter what we see in our world that we value as separate from us. It is us, and we're projecting and we're seeing and we're perceiving in our reality to give us what we need for those reflections and reviews, so that we come to our center and garner our sovereignty. This is what I choose to create now from this heart space, and I choose to create in a way that's really beautiful for me. And so it's all valued, it's all honored, it's all allowing you to become this blessing that you are, and allowing you to truly review at the physical, mental, emotional, etheric level where that experience was able to allow you to grow and truly stand within your highest self. And so this full moon is the honeymoon. And the honeymoon, from what I've been offered and what I've been inspired, is that this honeymoon is the marriage of the heaven and the earth. And this full moon allows us to say that we've gone through this global collective experience and we're honoring ourselves in a new way. We're reflecting on the values of who we are. And those values are more heart-centered. They're more soulfully connected and threaded, if you will. What really allows our hearts to sing and be joyful. And this is what we're really here to do in this new beginning and these last 6 months of 2020. And 2020 has been a profound year. 2019, I mean, my whole life has been a profound journey of awakening and stretching myself, many times, often by a thread. But they're all purposeful, because regardless of what one experiences, the centering and the essence of who you are with Source will always allow you to see the light at the end of the tunnel and allow you to see on the other side of any experience that you move through. Because there is always, within this polarity universe, there is always the harmonization of grander energies. And that grander energies means that no matter where you are, there will be that equal and opposite moment and opportunity, if you so desire, to step into a new plane of potentiation for anybody, regardless of where they are at. There is no valuation. Again, the Source, there is no valuation. We're all one. And so that allows us to be the highest potentiation of our soul's experience that we choose. The centering from within and living from this center space in the connections that we communicate with and we have in our families. Are we connecting, and are we allowing ourselves to live from a joyful place here, be connected and be honoring and be infinite in this co-creation and presence. And this morning we talked about presence and how it's so profound in maintaining, sustaining, and understanding and learning about the multidimensional fields and the bodies, so that we're not always being waffled back and forth as the higher bodies and the light body awakens. And these all multidimensional skills and gifts awaken. And this is why it's really important now, so that we can set the stage, create greater communion and greater communication, if you so desire, and what really excites you, into not only greater ways of co-creation as the Source essence, as who you are as Source, as the beautiful, honey is known as sweet, how you attract things from being sweet and loving and kind and all of those things at the sweet spot of who we are in creation. We are our planet and how we are, how we are placed within the galaxy. We are within this experience of having everything potentiated for us, if we so choose, to take advantage of our celestial alignment. Our celestial alignment in every way has everything to do with the light programs and every potential to evolve into greater and higher, unfathomable experiences, if we so choose. And we're being gifted and offered multi-omnipresent experience to do so. And our DNA is being upgraded. Our bodies are being upgraded. And how can we begin to open within this beautiful, divine, sweet expression of being joyful and being married with the heavens, and having that be the presence of who we are, and having every entanglement move with us in this beautiful, sweet, and honoring way. And how we seek the sweetness in life, and we seek the sweetness in all that we are, regardless of what it may appear that we're going through. But just to take moments through which we're one with Gaia, and we're allowing all that we are as a creator to be grounded with her through breath, opening the pillar of light, and living from this beautiful central space of oneness, and feeling the sacred communion of all life that is before us and around us and all that we are. Because remember that Source Creator is within and without. And as we begin walking with this beautiful, loving state of presence in who we are, this state of being in who we are, we allow all that we are to affect the all. And all that we are affecting all realms that are being also transmuted as well. So are we awake and are we present within the beauty and the sweetness that is Source Creator, that is always moving through us for evolution, for playfulness, for joy, for the sensation of radiance of who we are, who we are as light. And this is why we've also offered the dynamic potential that we each have, and which I'm really excited about, that I'm going to be continuing to explore, is my soul's experience through time and through many planets and many realms is to begin co-creating in new ways that is outside and beyond the way we have, so that we can then, those who so desire, those that are attracted to the energies and those that are, creatively drawn, will begin to also tap into their creative expressions and activate whatever is ready to be activated, and to create within the multidimensional allness of the honeycomb. There's many sacred geometry connections and vibrations through the harmonics that is sound, through the harmonics that is color, through the harmonics that is the harmonic song that is Source Creator, offering always the infinite potentiation for growth and evolution, exploration and joy, so that we express and experience ourselves fully as we can, in the most joyful, incredible way that's magnificent and expressive and expansive. And it's just ever flowing into new realms of potentiation, and you can feel yourself communing and having creative intelligence with all life. And that's that being present in all moments as you're sacredly and elegantly moving within this essence that is Source Creator. And so presence is really profound and powerful, but how can we create that presence and that state of moving meditation as we're moving through life? No matter what the masters had faced and experienced, and why they were such great reflections and teachers for us, and always will be as we're garnering their wisdoms as they're channeling it to us, is how can we maintain this essence of oneness and centering within who we are, so that regardless of what's going on outside in the outside world and realm, as everybody is moving through their own individual energies, to be reliant upon who we are as angelic masters and as one with Source, and be the continued honey light, if you will, very stable and very grounded and expansive at the same time. Because just because you're grounded, we need that grounding to actually pull in those higher vibrational energies. If we're not grounded, we're capping ourselves off at what is entirely possible for us. So that grounding is absolutely required and needed. My teams have been telling me many times, because my energies are speeding up, they're reminding me more and more to ground, because I'm speeding up. And the more I speed up, the more I want to do, because I'm now feeling more free to express and explore all that I am. But they're reminding me, slow down. Because how you slow down and be present with your new energy vibration, all of these energies and wisdoms and downloads are coming to you, but it can't come to you if you're busy doing all the time. So presence is really, really important. It not only allows you to understand and be aware of your multidimensional bodies and fields, to maintain and sustain them properly, but it allows you to awaken deeply and richly into all that you are as Source. That presence is the embodiment of love in all moments, and slowing everything down to be present and walk as this presence. Walk as this embodiment of love and this embodiment of all that you are as Source. And then you're radiating that presence that is very peaceful and it's very calming. And it's this center space through which we connect at the heart level with all of creation. And we call in the greater light codes. We call in the wisdoms from Gaia. And our bodies and the ground is communicating with us. And through all of time and all of space, because all is illusion, it's all now, it's all our co-creative experience through our heart space as being Source. We allow ourselves to open up to all that is the harmonic song. And it can only be done through presence. Those higher consciousness states allow us to garner in information, but it is our presence that allows us to expand within whatever information is gifted from that higher realm, the soul star chakra, the pineal, crown chakra. We expand through the soul space. We expand through the heart space because we're physical human beings. So this is the process of the evolution that's always moving through us, if we so desire, to align and sustain and maintain our chakra systems, our energy vortices, clearing and cleansing out the chakras, aligning with the vibrational fields and setting the intention for your vibrational field so that it is not thrown off by the energies and vibrations of what's going on around you or by others. Clearing and cleansing your space and calling in the downloads from your dreams. Centering and grounding so that you're moving within dynamic flow and grounding. Moving within dynamic flow and grounding. And it goes right through your root chakra down to the center of Gaia. Opening up for new breath. Pulling all the energy up from Gaia. Soul star chakras open, spiraling new codes and new light. Calling in, bathing your multidimensional fields, and grounding to the sands and soils, to the core of Gaia. Releasing what no longer serves. Bathed with light, bathed with your codes, ground, coming to center, grounding to Gaia, oneness with Gaia. Call up the oneness with Gaia. Call up the enrichment and the elements and the love and the oneness and the care and the communion and the sacredness of her song and the elementals and the Elohim and the fairies and the pixies and all that we are as source. Cosmic children, we are one. And ground into Gaia. So those are vibrational codes that were offered in that. It was like a welcome, cosmic children. Those are the vibrations that I heard, and all of the energies coming in, being channeled through me and offered to the collective. You are cosmic children, awaken and be birthed into this new beautiful communion and cosmic marriage between the heavens and the earth. The becoming of greater heavenly light, the becoming of your greater heavenly essence. And it has nothing to do with the dogmas that we have created. They're embedded within our becoming. And we're garnering and we're honoring and appreciating it and still valuing it and still practicing it. But we're now choosing to be this essence of who we are as one as source. We are sovereign as essence. We have always been one. We've always been sovereign. How can we release the programs and patterning and heal all that we are and truly allow ourselves to flow in oneness and in unity? So that all peoples, all tribes, all beings, all children are lifted to a higher vibrational potential. Nobody's left out ever. We're one. We're a cosmic oneness, and that is the sweetness that is honey. You know, and anybody that if you've ever worked with honey, it sticks. We're always together. That is the essence of source. There's no separation. And the bees on our planet and all insects and all life truly value and create that presence with all life. And you'll feel that song of source. You become present with it. I feel that love. I feel that love for that little animal that's trying to walk across the street, and how can I help? And so be present with that and see what happens. Namaste. Thank you. We love you. Welcome in the full moon. Bye.